Hi, I'm Rahul from Quicklert's business development team. In this video, I'll be taking you through the Groups page of the Connect app. We'll be going over the Groups page and its buttons. We'll also explore how to join a group and create your own. Let's get started. To get to the Groups page upon logging in, click on the Groups icon on the navigation bar. At the top of the page, you'll see 4 icons: Join a group, Create a group, a refresh button used to refresh your group list, and a search box. The group list shows you groups that you have access to and is divided into 4 tabs: All, My, Joined, and Paging. The All tab will show all groups that you have access to. The My tab will show only groups that you have created. The Join tab will show only groups that you have joined. And finally, the Paging tab will show you all paging groups. Depending on your permissions, you may not see all 4 icons or tabs. Now let's go over how to create a group. Click on the plus icon at the top to start. Now enter group name and description. For this example, I'm going to be creating a group for the school debate club. So for the group name, I'll put debate club. For the group description, I'll put high school debate club to be a bit more specific. I'll leave the group code blank so that it auto-generates one by itself. To change the picture of the group, I'll click change picture. I'm going to use this already uploaded image of a book. Now all that's left are these 2 toggle options. Allow subscription allows users to send requests to you to join your group. In this case, I will turn that on so that students can join at any time if they gain an interest in debate. Auto-approve subscribers will automatically accept any request to subscribe to the group. Leaving this off will mean that I will manually have to approve any request to join the group which I don't want. So I'll turn this on as well. Now I just need to click create and my group is ready. Clicking on a group that you created brings up a more detailed view of it on the right. Let's take a closer look at a group. In the top right, you will see 4 icons. The first icon is used to edit the group. Next, we can invite friends to your group. We can do that by either manually entering their information, inviting an existing user, or inviting an entire group. Additionally, you have the option to import context by an Excel file. The next one is the QR code icon, used to obtain a QR code that can be scanned by users to join the group. And the last icon lets us delete the group. Below, you'll see 5 tabs: Send, Messages, Members, Shared With, and Dynamic Rules. The Send tab lets you send a message to the group, which works exactly the same as sending a message from the feed page. Click the link on the screen to get an in-depth walkthrough of sending a message. The next tab is Messages. This tab shows you all the messages that have been sent to this group in the past. Clicking on a message redirects you to that message in your feed view. The Members tab shows you all the members of your group. Members who have been invited but haven't accepted the invitation will show as pending. Here you can remove the members and export a list of them. The Shared With tab shows users who the group has been shared with and granted special privileges such as edit and execute. To share your group with another user, click on the share icon. Then search for the name of the user. Edit permissions mean that the user has the ability to edit the group, its members, and dynamic rules. It also allows the user to see the Shared With tab. Execute permissions means that the user has the ability to send messages to the group, see the dynamic rules of a group, and see the members of a group. It's important to remember a user with edit permissions must also have execute permissions. Once you've selected which permissions you'd like the user to have, just click share. They'll now appear in the list of shared users. They'll show up as pending until they accept the invitation. Moving on to the next tab, we have dynamic rules. Dynamic rules are used to add users that fit a certain criteria to a group automatically. For example, let's say I would like to automatically add anyone in the math department to the all teacher group. I'll click edit and then this plus icon to add a new dynamic rule. The filter type is what attribute will be searched through to find the input that will get assigned later. Just so it's easier to follow along, the input field is going to get set to math. Since I'm looking for everyone in the math department, I'll set it to department. The filter scope is what type of user or device we are searching for. Since we're searching for users, we'll leave it at user. Criteria is set to does when we would like to include all users that do not contain the input field. It is set to does not when we would like to include all users that do not contain the input field. Scope defines what part of the attribute needs to include the input field. Contains means that the input field can be anywhere within the attribute. Begins with means that the input field must be at the start of the attribute. Ends with means that the input field must be at the end of the attribute. And finally, equals to means that the attribute must only be the input field and contain nothing else. For this example, we will leave it on contains because a teacher may be part of multiple departments, which means the input field math may be in the middle of the attribute. And finally, we'll set our input field to math. Click Save and our dynamic rule is created. That might have got a bit confusing, but all we did was define this sentence, which is much easier to understand. We created a dynamic rule that adds any user whose department contains a certain attribute with the phrase math in it. Clicking on Show Result will show all users who are being added using these dynamic rules. And that's all for now. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.